Southwest and Texas, and then on the way back, we're going to hit a few hot spots that we like to go to, like Nashville and Newport, Kentucky, and
So you guys have been around for 7 years. You guys have toured extensively, I'm sure.
Honestly, not as much as you'd think. We did a lot of regional stuff, and we were weekend warriors for years. So we, having a 9-to-5 job, through the week, and then we would go on the weekend, 3-day weekend, we would go out and do a couple shows, come back. This one we're actually going to do the longest run we've ever done. Go all the way down the East Coast into Florida, across to Texas, but. We actually are doing a Kickstarter. I don't know if you've heard of Kickstarter.
Yeah, it's kind of like a GoFundMe or something like that. And people just donate money.
We're actually going to do one of those soon for a new vehicle, so we can.
I've seen something about that.
Be on the road more than we've been. So.
You guys did a tour earlier this year with Fusebox Poet.
Yes.
That was a very short tour, though, right?
Yeah, it was like just 12 days. 12 days. East Coast run.
It was great though. Those guys are killer. Talk about nice guys and super talented, man. I'll tell you what. What I'd really love to do is bring them back to Akron one more time and really put them in front of a big crowd here, because we actually didn't stop in Akron. And those guys will knock your socks off. They're stellar.
Great band.
I've never actually checked them out or anything. I've heard of them, but I've never checked them out. Do you think this will be the most the biggest reception out of all the tours you guys have done thus far?
I think so.
Well, it's going to be the most dates. I think it almost has to be. Ultimately, too, we obviously track where the feedback comes from on Facebook and online, and a lot of these areas are hotspots for Red Sun Rising that we've never visited before, and these people come from there to see us here in Akron, which is wild. So we're looking forward to that. Plus, we're going to be in beach towns for the most part, which is stellar.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Now, I'm not sure if this is completely true, but I heard that a majority of the band works at Guitar Center. Is that true? All three of you work at Guitar Center?
No, Mark does not.
Me, Ryan, and Tyler, actually.
You guys all work at Guitar Center.
You guys hiring?
Does that...
Honestly...
Do you think that maybe benefits you guys a little bit, anything at all, or...?
It does, absolutely.
That's why we do it. I mean, they give you
gear. Yeah, the gear discounts that we have, it's helped us out a ton. Like we have top of line gear all the time, always, because of that reason. And the company's actually been really good about giving us tour when we need it. And it's built for musicians, so it's like.
And if I could say one thing about that place, I would say this: the knowledge you gain about equipment, recording, and everything in mixing is invaluable. It really, it's one of those places where they actually put you through the ringer. I mean, you have to do tests, you have to do wiring diagrams, you have to do all sorts of stuff. And when we met Mark, he had a rubber band and a nail on a board, and we got him a bass guitar and an amplifier.
Proud of you.
Proud of you.
Well, there's a band from Cleveland. I'm not completely sure if this is true, but supposedly like everybody in the band worked at Peabody's, and there was a Mayhem Fest. You guys know Mayhem Fest?
Yeah.
They did like a battle for Mayhem Fest at Peabody's every year, and they won, and supposedly everybody worked at Peabody's.
No.
And is that not true?
No, it's
Because
not
everybody
true.
says
No.
everybody says everybody in Fallen Captive works
No.
at Peabody's.
No.
Is that not true?
It's not true.
I know those guys.
Yeah.
That's not true? Because
No.
everybody was saying, this is rigged because they work at Peabody's.
This is the the reason that Fallen Captive won that Battle of the Mayhem Fest. One of my buddy's bands actually placed second in it. They're called Ruins of Toccoa.
They're from Shreve.
Yeah,
aren't they?
Shreve. Yeah, fucking. The thing with Fallen Captive was the only main reason that they really stuck out to the producer guy that was listening to him and everything was they were playing with a metronome. They had more of a professional stage presence and everything. It wasn't just four dudes in a band up on stage. It was
feel like they weren't deserving of the win. Is that what we're talking about?
Oh
Well, if they all worked at Peabody's, I didn't know. I mean, I didn't know if that was true or not. Everybody was saying that. I've heard that a lot of you guys were at Guitar Center. Not that it's a little bit different. I mean, you guys obviously aren't going to do whatever because they work at Guitar Center or whatever. But no,
I like Fallen Captive.
Well, we're not allowed to compete in those competitions. Like I couldn't play King of the Blues or anything.
Well, right. I mean, I figured.
I will tell you this though: my first band I was ever in, we won our very first show. We won something called Rock Wars at the Voodoo Lounge. I don't know if you guys even remember that place. So I got to judge the next year, and the band that won deservingly won. And however, we all knew them. So the last band that went on, whose singer didn't show up, they felt like they deserved the win, and they had the biggest crowd there. So they started throwing their equipment off the stage. They threw their
that's ridiculous.
The bar, fist fighting everybody, and didn't work out.
The competitions that go on at Guitar Center. You're a guitar player, Ryan. Do you see a lot of really good talent that comes into Guitar Center?
Yeah, you never know. It's a funny thing. You see 1,000 a day, and but yeah, you'd be surprised every once in a while. It'll blow me away. It's you never know. Like you walk in and you'll hear some crazy riffing.
What about the kid? What about the kid though? Like he's even like a 9-year-old boy.
Yeah,
ripping Metallica
yeah,
songs.
Every once in a while. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I felt like putting them on YouTube.
Yeah.
This guy's a little 9-year-old kid.
I mean, I've been in music stores my whole life, so you see a lot of these younger players that make me like mad that I even, like I'm my age and I don't even play like that. But I'll tell you, one of the craziest experiences I had was I used to work in a piano store. I used to manage 2 piano stores when I was younger, and we had player pianos. Well, I hear a Beethoven song being executed perfectly. I look over, there's nobody playing, so I went to go turn off what I thought was a player piano. It was a 3-year-old girl who couldn't even reach high enough to see the keys, and she was ripping.
Now you're just making stuff up. You want to top my story.
Right. No. I'm not making this up.
Well, she couldn't reach the keys. How did she know how to play something?
Muscle memory, man. She could barely reach them, and she was ripping. I'm not making this up. Then a train came through, and I dove. I pushed her out of the way. Yeah.
Anyways, so you guys recently released Into Forever.
Yes.
Just what is it? 5 songs, is it? 5?
Six total. One previously released track.
How was the reception of that compared to some of your previous releases over the last 7 years?
Actually, the greatest.
Yeah.
Greatest? Even over the full-length albums and everything?
Yeah, Making the Kings was kind of our baby for a while, and that was released in 2010, and we really pushed that one hard for 3 years. And,
Well, the first 2 albums were released in 2010, so you have to say that we pushed them both.
So we released 23 songs in 1 year, and people don't realize that. And then they were like, oh, we need new music, so we released The Fix just to give them something. But there was two albums that were released immediately.
Yeah.
And then when we finally did this, it was a step in a different direction. We used lower gain amplifiers on this. We tried to go for more of our rock and punk rock roots from the Akron, Cleveland area that we grew up doing. And I think it was cool. And we used everyone's influence on these recordings, which I love. Everybody.
So we were a 4-piece when the first 2 records came out, and actually Mark played on Making Kings, but was not in the band.
Yeah, Mark was.
But now we have Adam, Mark, and Tyler, and Tyler was the first addition to turn us into a 5-piece for the first time, which didn't start until about almost 2 years ago. We were a 4-piece for 5 years. So.
Right. What do you think about that, Mark?
It's awesome.
Like I said, when Mark speaks, you listen.
He said he's the music hooker. He did.
Mark is a music hooker.
My employees aren't just a hooker.
He's everywhere.
Yes, you are, Mace.
Yeah, I wear a condom to every rehearsal.
Mark was honestly born pretty much on a tour bus, weren't you? Yeah.
You're not going to talk about it?
Yes,
Yeah, let's. I want to hear this story,
Tell me
Mark.
about it.
Oh, his dad.
We're not saying physically conceived on, or well, maybe conceived, but maybe not
You
pulled
grew
out
up.
on the tour bus. But you grew up on the tour bus, did you not?
Yeah, his dad, Lauren Matthews, is a phenomenal pianist, and you should hear this guy play. His dad, and you can tell where he got his. Mark's. I taught him everything. He's like Chuck Norris, Mark Matthews.
The Chuck Norris of music.
Yeah.
Well, my opinion doesn't matter much, but End of Forever is really the only stuff that you guys have put out that I've heard. But I really like it a lot. Not that it matters because I don't have anything else to compare it to. But Hazard, are you familiar with any of their music at all?
Who?
Hi.
Hi.
I'll be honest.
I meant the band Hazard.
Yeah. I haven't listened to a lot of your guys' stuff, but from what I've heard, I really like it.
Amazing.
To be honest. I know my
I like
uncle.
her response better. Let's put her on the mic.
Yeah, I know, right? I don't have a mic. What's
Well,
up with this? I'm not allowed to speak though when you guys are on the show.
No, that's not true.
I'm teasing.
That's not
No,
true.
but I did. I took my daughter to see her show.
Mhm.
I asked Mike if it was, kid friendly or whatnot. I took her to see it, and I'll tell you what. I posted videos and pictures. She freaking loved you guys.
Great.
How old's your daughter?
She's 7.
See?
But you know what
Fans.
But you know what? I'll tell you what. She has
That's all
great taste in music, and she, so I was surprised. She really loved you guys. She was singing "Breaking the Law" though, and
Yeah.
she was like, I was like, this is a little weird, but
Was that at Rockin' on the River
Yeah,
you went to?
Yeah.
Like this, I mean, maybe it's because we've done Rock on the River a lot. And the thing I love about this band is that we have a lot of old school roots to us, but a lot of young people, like really young people,
Yeah.
actually like our band, and then a lot of older people like our band. So people
Yeah,
can
the
come
range
there
is
with
awesome.
their
Yeah,
kids.
you have a big
and
range.
That is the coolest thing
It
about
is.
this band, like seeing the diversity at our shows, and the genre. I mean, the age gap is like unbelievable.
She wanted to meet you guys so bad. I'm
Yeah.
like, I can't do it. They're busy. like,
No,
I
they
can't.
could-
There's
you
no
could do
way.
Well, you know what's funny is, and I think this is exciting, is you talked about Guitar Center and seeing players. What I like to see more than anything is, what blows me away is the 7-year-olds that walk in with their Pink Floyd, Zeppelin, and Beatles shirts on. You know what I mean?
Right,
And
right.
then so you get this 8-year-old kid who grabs a guitar and he's sitting there jamming with a 62-year-old guy, and they got the same concert tee on. You know what I mean? It's just cool that rock's not going anywhere. I would just love to see the resurgency of it on the radio and those big head banging concerts. Not that I love all styles of music, but I would love to see that long hair just blast you off the stage.
It's all
stuff
metal and
come back
screamo
hard,
anymore.
you know?
That's all you hear.
So
Mike,
Hey,
you said that.
resemble that remark.
Yeah, we don't like her.
I know nobody likes my
We
band.
don't
It's
like your
okay.
band.
Nobody's even heard of my band.
I wear your
saying.
shirt.
You
all
wear
the-
my shirt every week.
I wear.
I
I don't know how many times do you
Is it
think
called
I wear this
Hazard?
shirt a week? Like 3 times a week. I wear this shirt all the
That's a
time.
great shirt, though.
And it's very creative. I didn't realize the concept of it until you had to explain it out.
You got to think outside of the box sometimes,
Yes,
man.
I thought it was. I just looked at it as a rib cage, and he actually explained it to me. I was like, wow. This band's called Advance on Thermopylae, AOT.
but repeat that.
Yeah.
Advance on Thermopylae.
So there's a story behind
Was
it.
that the Battle of?
It has
Is
to
that
do
like
with pyramids.
Sparta or whatever?
Yeah.
Mike, you said you have to get going here in just a few moments. Before you go, I'm going to open this can of worms really quick.
Oh no.
Mix is going to get mad.
I'm gonna get mad.
You're going to get angry and be like, why are you bringing this up? Blah, blah,
right,
blah.
here we go.
I want to know something.
I feel like this is terrible.
Well, 2 things, actually. I'll get that. Let me ask you guys this song since you're all here right here first. I've heard of a few times from other people as Red Sun Rising is the Nickelback of Akron.
Ouch.
Yeah.
How does that offend you guys? Is it if I was in
No.
a band and I was referred to as the Nickelback of whatever, I would be honored
Can I
because
feel
they're like
this?
the biggest band in the country.
Honestly, I'm not offended.
No. Here's why. Here's the first thing. Nickelback. Listen, when they came out with the first couple of tunes, they had a lot of recognition as a killer band. They're huge. I think it's easy to put us into the box of Nickelback if you don't know the band well, and also we, without tooting our own horns, we've grown quite popular in the area. I think
For sure.
it's easy to write us off if you don't know the band and say,
we
yeah,
get shined on, too.
they're a pop rock,
shine on.
But and listen, I'm not no disrespect to Nickelback. Those guys they're killing it. They're making a lot of money. They're helping the music industry dramatically. I'm not a huge fan. However,
I like their old stuff
I
quite
think
a
if you
bit.
listen to our entire catalog, you would not ever even make that comment, and you would only base that on the fact that we're a popular rock and roll band that is a little more radio friendly than a lot of others.
I've got something to say. They're one of the hottest looking bands I've ever seen.
Oh, my
That's all I know.
All right, see this.
Keep it in your pants, Migs.
Yeah, anyways, before Mike from Red Sun Rising has to go, let me ask this really quick. You guys don't have to answer if you feel it's gonna hurt, whatever. I don't know.
We're all gay.
Now, I don't know the entire story, so I can't say that this is 100% fact or whatever. But as far as the local music awards go,
Oh.
I want to touch on that just for a few moments because you won't be here for this, but later on in the show, if you're tuned in.